Good evening. Yes, today is January 1st, 2021. The time is now 8:59 p.m. And I'm just lying in bed. I just got in here and I want to talk about my day's event. I finally got to talk to my mom. I can't figure out people. My actual conversation with my mom was very pleasant. Um, I felt a little distress at trying to reach her. Yeah, it's been a while since I put up a video, and my mom is on the West Coast, and I'm on the East Coast, and I see. I guess it's just how I'm internalizing everything, but uh, information is not being shared, and I feel it's deliberate. Um, I'm annoyed. Well, in short, what happened? Well, uh, f- for several days I've been trying to reach my mom, and what I was told in handling, getting in contact with my mom, long distance, um, I'm to, if I can't reach on her cell phone, to call um, a family member's uh, telephone. I mean, to contact him by the cell phone, and then he'll pass on the message, or turn on the cell phone. And I've done that. And for these 2 days, it was a runaround. I would start the telephone call attempt 10:30 my time, and um, I forgot it's a 3-hour difference. But either way, it didn't seem to matter what time I called. So I would start like at 10:30 a.m. my time, New York time, and it's a 3-hour difference. I'm discovering. I thought it was just a 1 hour difference, but no. But so I would be um, told, like, by implication, that she's awake and her phone is on. And then, oh, she's asleep. Oh, she's taking a shower. Oh, well, she just left the house and she doesn't have the phone. It's like a cycle. It turns out that they have someone minding her. Now, I was told the person that was minding her in the past, it was just for the time when the family was on vacation. It was just for that week or two. But that's not the case, of course. And so what could have what the person could have told me was that to call so and so and have him um, use the phone, his phone to contact. And if this person is monitoring my mom, he could have just told the fellow, hey, so and so's trying to get in contact, make sure the phone is in so she could get her calls, charge it, and it seems like a lack of communication. This is what they could have just said. Oh, so and so is watching over her. He's in charge of her for from Monday to Friday. Contact him, um, and he'll facilitate the communication. Now, he had helped me out before. See, I'm giving different information to contact this other individual, and he'll pass on the message or give the phone to my mom so we can have a conversation. And I did that, and he was very helpful. But again, it was my understanding it was just for that week. So, what has been going on for all these days when family members are trying to reach my mom and no one's answering? What if it's an emergency? What if it's an emergency that you have to get in contact with her? Right? See, I feel that they're giving partial information. It's like a fear that they have. And I'm sad about part of the reason why I see that they're afraid. Mistakes have been made on my part. And I don't really consider it a mistake, my intent, but how it was perceived by them. And I see that it's putting me in the poo-poo house. I feel it's an imbalance of wills. It's like they can do whatever, but it's like a different standard put on me. And it's really annoying. It seems like it doesn't matter what I do. You know, I feel like I don't feel like I really should have to apologize for certain things. They know what they're doing, and they know how they could have resolved an issue, communications. Hey, have someone contact so and so, they're in charge over her. But if they're all in the same household, I don't understand it. This person, they're the head of the household, the guy. They're staying with, my mom is staying with them. And it's like no matter what, put the phone there. Something has to be resolved. So it turns out, like, get this, she'll be coming home back to New York in about 2 weeks. And they said, oh, wasn't that, they were saying, well, that's what was discussed, that she would come home around such and such time. I don't think it's a good time for her to come to New York. It's winter. And where she's staying, it's nice and warm. And I think the change in the weather could exacerbate her health. But again, the other person has been, the person was staying there for quite a while, and they do deserve a break. But I really don't think it's a good time for her to come to New York, especially with this inauguration, because New York is kind of wild. Well, she might be coming back in 2 weeks or so, around that time. So how they're gonna, I don't know. Yeah, I haven't seen her since February. So it's 10 months. 10 months I haven't seen her. She sounded very good on the phone. Very, very good. And she seemed to understand who I was. She was upbeat. She sounded good. She sounded very, very, very good. I think, though, with the, I think what happens sometimes, that it's almost like when, let's say I want to talk to someone, but I'm so, so bloody tired. And I want to stay awake. And I could maybe fake it that I'm up and alert, but as time goes on, I, I start to not really make sense. Yeah, you can hold, it's like you can hold in your tummy only for so long, and then you gotta let it out. And I think in part that's what it's all about. Is um, she's limited, really. What I mean, she can fake it. She could, just real surface stuff, like she's alert and all that. But I don't think she can go anywhere beyond that. But she sounds good though. I was very happy to hear from her, and almost felt like being a buddy with her. She said, "Hey, girl," that's how I talked to her too. She seemed very comfortable. It would be nice to see her. I see this, how the family is. It's a mess. It's a social mess. Um, I think their actions towards me is out of fear. Fear because of my turning in a family member. Uh, I would do it again. And I'm disappointed that they weren't man or woman enough to do half what I did to prevent any more mischief. Yeah, I don't have any guilt about that. I don't trust the person. Uh, when you know what someone wants and refuse, and part of that could be because I haven't been calling. I don't feel comfortable um, calling a molester. I don't feel comfortable. And I don't want that contact. I'm adamant about that. But I felt like, there's no other way. I don't want to call his phone. I would text. That's about it. But I will not telephone him. What else? And, this cell phone they should have their cell phone on. She doesn't want to interact with it. So they can at least get a landline in there. Yeah, they don't have they may not have a phone, just a cell phone. And that's all based on them not wanting certain information out. And it's because of the arrest. Yeah, everyone's hurting. I feel everyone is like um, afraid, resentful, and really based on not saying anything thinking that it's going to protect them. So it's like spiting the face. And if they just give the information, I would be out of there here quicker. So they're better off just saying, hey, X, Y, and Z, and then you move on. But that's not being done. The more I care about the more. I do. And my concern is when that time comes for my mom, how is it going to affect everyone? Even with all this now, we don't really want to get in contact. Uh, one of my brothers have no contact with them. No contact whatsoever, even though they had contacted me, boy, a couple of months, no, it was actually a couple of years ago. And the person just switched on me. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm just yawning there. feel like the family is falling apart. It's, I have no trust. They don't trust me, I don't trust them. And I'm very disappointed. Yeah, I felt this whole thing is really anxiety producing for me. There's no love. There's no real love in the dynamics. So I'm afraid to really get involved. I want to protect myself. I want to protect this household that I live in. Yeah, it's like what I say doesn't, you know, it's like it doesn't matter what I say. They don't listen, but I have to just follow along with their wishes. I'm not sure how it's going to work out. I'm not sure how. I want the best for my mom, and I'm afraid. What am I afraid of? Um, Sometimes she'll be out of character, and I get afraid. She's actually strong, and I think when I see her out of character, I get anxious. I can't relate to what's going on, and fear sets in. She had done behaviors in public that totally unlike her, and I think I'm afraid to see that part of her. Yeah, I learned a lot from her growing up, and now she's in a more vulnerable situation with the dementia slash Alzheimer's. Can't believe this. I want her comfortable. I don't know really what's the best. It's said that all of us are supposed to take a month in watching over her. Um, I'm afraid. I mean, I before all this, before her mind really started, I had offered. This was just a couple of years ago. It could have been 5 years ago. I invited her to spend the winters here at my place. I'm not sure. Well, excuse me, I'm just yawning here. I I don't want to. I don't want to stay in that house for a month. I think it was one of the last times I was visiting there. This weird thing happened to me at that house. I think it's something unclean in that house. It's something. I mean, like that never happened to me before when I used to live there. But the phenomenon happened when I was visiting. I I don't know. I don't wanna go there. I don't want to go back in the house. I think in part the dreams I had about the house since since February. I guess for me that house is turned over to someone else mentally. So I don't want to revisit that house. I can't leave my dogs here alone. I would have to bring them with me. I don't want my dogs, because the last time I brought all of them, and on the leash, and a particular matter happened, and my dogs could have choked. Anything happened to my dog at that place, I'd be devastated. I would be devastated. It turns out where she's staying now, they have a little dog. Um, I'm anxious. I want to do the right thing. I want to do the right thing for my mom and, everyone else, since they'll be pitching in also. I want to be fair. I want to be fair to my household, my little babies. I don't want them hurt. I don't want them hurt. I'm not sure how to go about it. I mean, it could be pleasant. I just don't know what to make out of it. I want to do the right thing. I don't want anyone hurt. I don't want my dogs to get hurt. I don't want my mom to get hurt. Uh, I want to be able to live with myself. I have to think away what would be the best. Should I go over there for the month, or should I have her stay here in Manhattan for a month? Is it big enough? I mean, she likes, she likes to sleep all day. I mean, I have a computer in this room. I can have her sleep in here. We could sleep together. What else? Is it big enough, the living room? I don't know. I really don't know what to. I just don't want. Okay, if I have her here, the problem of when she wakes up, she has a habit of waking up and going through things. I don't want her to leave the building, go on the elevator. Yeah, I don't want that. And she forgot that she thought I was living in the projects. I said, I've been here for almost 18 years. She didn't remember. She's thinking, um, like she's um, elementary school girl living back where, in Manhattan where she used to live. Yep, she forgot. I mean, this is my territory here, and I feel like if I have to take care of her, I'd rather take care of her in my territory because I feel more control. The house is really, really too big, and I don't want my dogs to get lost. I don't want them to run out of the house. They don't have guards, to block the doorway. I just couldn't. Um, yeah, I mean, because she opens the door and I could see my little boy running out. I don't want that. Boy, I'm not sure what to do. How to care for someone who with a growing dementia. Unlimited space, but then they have their home. But I don't want to be in that house. I don't want to be in that. I don't want it. I don't want it. Um, I'm not sure. I've been avoiding it. I've been avoiding the question. I tried to iron it out, try to see what would be the best. And I remember I did talk to someone about it. I'm not sure how to navigate this. I don't want my dog stressed. Gotta think of something. I mean, it's like, I've done overnights there with my dogs. I have. A weekend is one thing, but to live for a month, excuse me, that is something else. Oops, I saw my niece. My knee was blocking the view. Yeah, I had to make a decision. I mean, at least there, it's in her territory, uh, and mentally that might be better for her. I don't know. Could I be getting? I don't know. I'm not going to go there. I don't trust what's going on behind the scenes. It seems like it's about passive aggressiveness. That's what I see, and I don't want to be in the middle. I'd rather not. I'd rather just stay out of all of it. So you're going to be passive aggressive with me? I don't need it. I don't need it. Yeah. Yeah, I want the best for my mom. I mean, I learned from her. I think she misunderstands me. This anger that people have towards me. I tried so hard consider, to consider things. And it just somehow backfires. I try to do things through the heart. It's not enough. It's like it's never enough. I'm tired of trying. I'm tired of trying to please everybody. That's why I just sometimes just want to be left alone. Not sure how to handle it. Yeah, so I speak to the universe, to my higher power. What should I do? Should I have her come here, or for me to stay in her house? I don't know. I think it might be. I mean, it's not like she's going to be walking around, but I have the dogs, and they have their little wee wee pads. I just I want them comfortable too. I want people, guests, to be comfortable. I guess when that time comes. Oh, sorry. Not sure how I'm going to do this. And one of my family members will not be required to do any mommy sitting. It's like it's like a get over. They can mistreat people. They could do whatever, and then they don't have to do any responsibilities. But I would be required, and I can't stand that. Especially someone being my elder. So, I have, it's like more requirements for me than the people who should have more responsibility. Go figure. Go figure. Well, I want to do things from the heart. or and out of my heart, but I don't want to feel forced. I don't want to feel manipulated. And if I have to do something, they have to do it also. And the excuse, okay, they have some physical challenges. I don't know. I just think it's bull. Now, if they can take care of a dog, they'll be able to take care of a person. I just might say that. It. I'm just tired of the BS. And I know it sounds very selfish. Um, what you're hearing in my voice is frustration, hypocrisy, and it's like it's unfair. Things are unfair. I don't want to have to do something that someone else isn't required to do, but yet I'm judged, and I'm judged um, even when I try. It's like I can't win. And I feel like, well, if they really feel that way, leave me out. I feel abandoned. I feel abandoned. I'm angry. I feel like the older I get, the more separate I feel. I mean, I didn't know I was going to say all this. Yet this channel, Sunrise Journey, is really about my heart. How do I feel emotionally about um, that special time, transitioning. I can't avoid it. No one can. But imagine you respect someone, you stay out of trouble, but then you'll get the less value. And I would still be required to perform at a high level. But the reaping of the benefits of this, I would be overlooked. And that bothers me. I'm not materialistic, but things are communicated by what's on your mind, your perception. So, sorry, I start to lose some, just kind of drifting out there. These are my thoughts, and these are candid thoughts. They don't like, they've been watching my videos, and one of them upsets them because I did you know, um, things with family. I mean, I usually just talk about myself, my feelings, my experiences. So I don't know where they're getting all this other crap from. Yeah, I don't want to be bullied. I do my job, but I don't want to be bullied. In the end, you're bullied and you had to deal with their abuse, verbal abuse, and then their written comments. So, yeah, I don't think I have really that much more to say. Just in a nutshell, that I'm feeling the tension, feeling the tension in my body with regard to um, watching over my mom, questioning the narrative about um, following your gut, what's really happening. So I seek out balance, and I want to do what is best for me. So these are my thoughts. Boy, I'm very tired. Um, so my communication with my mom, if everything continues to work the same, that I'll be able to contact my mom uh, on my on to contact their email. Then get to also see um, those other people. I mean, it can work, but it's there is going to be some changes. So thank you for listening. I hope you understand. And I never would have thought I'd feel this way. Well, let me go. I thank you all for listening, and I apologize. I am a little tired. I'm reclining in bed. I want the best for everyone, but I think some individuals abuse their strength. I just don't want to be a victim from them. So thank you again for listening, and I'll try to upload more content on this recording that I'm doing. Peace and love. Peace and love. I thank you for listening. Have a wonderful day and have a wonderful sunset journey wherever you are. Bye bye.